This presentation is about hearing impairments in the classroom. My name is Aubrey Conway. The goal today is to learn how to better service children in the classroom with hearing impairments. The lesson hook is sign language. It is a wonderful way to use visual cues to help students catch your attention, to help communicate across the classroom. If you have a shy student who doesn't necessarily have them, they can also use sign language to help gain your attention in the classroom and to tell you that something's wrong or that they need to go to the bathroom or that they don't feel good. It's just a wonderful tool to use in any type of classroom setting, not just for hard of hearing children. Signs to look out for would be inattentiveness, inappropriate responses to questions, daydreaming, trouble following directions, or speech problems. You can also look if they complain that their ears are hurting them or if they play with their ears a lot. Maybe they'll tell you that they don't hear you very often, or they'll repeat something and it's not quite what you said, but it sounds like they might have something that's causing them to mishear you. The IDEA definition of deafness is a hearing impairment so severe the child is impaired in processing linguistic information. Not all students who appear to have hearing loss will qualify for services, unfortunately. 10 to 15% of school-aged children can fail their hearing screening, and the majority will have hearing losses that don't affect their education, so they're not going to get the services that they may or may not need, even if it's outside the classroom that they need those services, because it's not affecting their education. The Center of Disease Control said that 1.3 out of 1,000 8-year-olds have a bilateral hearing loss of 40 decibels or more. Decibels is a measurement of how you hear. So when you have your hearing test done, they will tell you you can only hear things over this decibel, or you can only hear things under a certain decibel, or maybe there's only a range of decibels that you can hear. And it's a number that judges how loud or quiet, or kind of like the frequency of a sound that you can hear. 14.9% of children 6 to 19 have hearing loss of at least 16% in one or both ears. So it really is something that doesn't get enough attention. Hearing loss can be caused by a lot of things. Congenital hearing loss occurs at birth. Adventitious hearing loss occurs after birth. Prelingual hearing loss occurs prior to the development of speech and language. Postlingual hearing loss occurs after the development of speech and language. And those are just a couple of examples our textbook gave us. There's a lot of other things. Hearing loss can also be caused by very loud noises. If you're exposed to loud noises for a period of time, it can damage your hearing. You could have an accident and something in your ear, in your inner ear, can be damaged and it can cause hearing loss. There's a lot of things that can cause it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be something genetic. So, the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act is a law that ensures that students who are deaf or hard of hearing receive an appropriate education. This law is what gives children with hearing impairments an IEP or an IFSP, and it ensures that we can provide them the appropriate services they need to help make sure that they get the education they deserve. Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act ensures that individuals with disabilities will not be excluded from participating in programs that receive federal financial assistance. And the Americans with Disabilities Act is a law that ensures deaf children have access to state and local governments, public accommodations, commercial facilities, transportation, and telecommunications. I would also like to add that I have spoken to many people within the deaf community, and a lot of them feel it's almost an insult that they are included in the Americans with Disabilities Act because they don't consider their hearing loss or their deafness a disability, and they don't want other people to see it as a disability. There is a thing you can use in the classroom. It's a technology called Classroom Audio Distribution System, or CADS. It allows you to put a small microphone around your neck while you're teaching, and you can set up small speakers around your classrooms connected to the microphone, and it will help any hearing losses, mild hearing losses or moderate hearing losses. You can walk around the classroom and have conversations with your students, and they can hear you like you are standing right next to them. It's a beautiful technology. I've actually had a class in my public school career that used this technology, and it was a wonderful thing, and I absolutely loved it, and I don't have any hearing loss. So I can only imagine how someone with hearing loss would be absolutely thrilled to know that they could hear their teacher from anywhere in the classroom without their teacher having to be near them or provide any extra support. Teaching strategies you could use for hard of hearing students or deaf students shouldn't really be that different from other students. You're definitely going to need more visual cues, and you can use sign language for that. I mean, sign language is just an awesome tool you can use no matter if you have hard of hearing students or if you have hearing students. It's just a wonderful tool. You can use it for children with behavioral problems or learning disabilities, or it's something that can bridge all gaps. You can give lots of visual copies of directions. You can give more pictures in the classroom instead of having words posted. If you have classroom rules, instead of posting words, you could post pictures. You would definitely need a more visual environment. And that's it, guys. Thanks for listening. I hope this has helped you to understand a little bit more about hearing impairments in the classroom. I really hope you guys will go check out sign language or some cool teaching strategies or technologies to help you in the classroom. So, yeah. Have a good night.